Completely new way to cook, brought to us by Wolfgang Puck, because what you're looking at can function as a regular oven, but what this really excels at is being a pressure oven. And you're looking at the 22-liter size, all done in stainless steel. We're doing an introductory price today, $179.95. We're gonna ship this to you free, and 5 flex payments. You will get your recipe book in here as well. You will get everything you need in terms of being able to put your pans in. You get your pans, including your baking pan, your drip pan as well as your rack. All of this, $475-530. What can you do with this? You can cook a 10-pound turkey in 50 minutes, and that will be the best turkey you have ever had. Because Wolfgang, when it comes to this oven, what's the magic part about it, cooking under pressure means it comes out faster, but better, moisture.
You know what it is? If you cook under pressure, it infuses the food with flavors and it infuses the food with moisture, because no moisture is escaping. So what happened when I say dryer? You try to hang out in Florida, for example, where it's very humid, put your sweater out there and let it dry. It will take forever. Now you go to Palm Springs or in the desert somewhere, it will dry out in minutes because the air is so dry. So the same thing happens to your food. If you put the food in a regular oven, in a convection oven, it's dry air. It soaks out the moisture. And then you get a dry roast, a dry chicken, a dry whatever you put in it. But if the moisture stays in, the food will stay moist, so there is no extraction of moisture. It's the opposite. Because of the pressure, it infuses the food with all the flavors. If you put thyme, rosemary, garlic, your chicken or your roast will taste like you added thyme and garlic, and it will stay totally moist.
It cooks unlike anything else. And today we're gonna offer this to you on 5 flex payments, $35.99. If you have the HSN card, we're gonna give you an extra flex payment. It makes it $30. If you've not tried this, please also pick up that book, because most people, I think 90% of people pick up this book. But let us show you the magic.
All right, let's take out something.
Because you gotta see the food.
Let's see. We started early, and I'm gonna show you after also how easy it is to work.
It is simple. I own this. I love this.
Now, if your turkey or whatever gets too dark, just put a paper on it, and that's it. So here we have it, a little baby one. Now, you know, instead of buying meat from, or turkey meat, all processed, you can get it now and make it at home. Buy a whole turkey, cook it yourself. So it makes life so much better, but also so much healthier.
Exactly.
See,
look at that juice.
Juicy, all right. I even put some sweet potatoes in here. So if you want to have a turkey with sweet potatoes in a more traditional way, Marianne gonna mash that up, make a little puree. But now it's summertime and hot. Who doesn't like a turkey sandwich or a turkey salad? Now, I do. And we sell them at the restaurant the same way. So you cut off the breast, see how easy that is? And then...
Oh, wait till you see this. I can't believe that is breast meat I'm looking at.
I know, look at it. And let's take it, pick it up, and you will see in a second the juice start to drip. See that?
Oh my goodness.
That is the turkey breast.
This is the breast meat that you're looking at. Unbelievable.
So if you say, okay, I have some friends over, I want to cook a good lunch, so now let it cool down. We don't have a lot of time. I have here some mixed greens on here. So then you slice the turkey into slices. So this is very hot. And Marianne, you make me a platter with the sweet potatoes.
Sure.
So turkey salad for lunch, turkey for dinner. Why we use a lot of turkey? Because it's lean protein. And everybody will tell you lean protein is better for you. All right.
But you know, we tend to eat turkey once, twice a year for some reason, because in the past, it took all day. You had to cook it all day.
Exactly.
50 minutes, you have fresh baked turkey.
And you had to stay next to it. You had to baste it and everything. Not with my oven. You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is eat the turkey. So now, look at that. Give me a little spoon here. All right.
Do you want the whisk?
Huh?
Do you want the whisk?
No, it's okay. So now you put a little dressing on the turkey here.
Yeah.
So you have a beautiful summer salad, high protein, with some lettuces, some tomatoes, whatever you have. Bring me
Yum.
my creamed corn, please, from over there.
Okay.
All right, so look
beautiful
at
is
that.
that?
So turkey doesn't have to be the same old boring turkey you make.
Right.
We
and
make
turkey
it.
is so inexpensive. It's
Yeah.
a great meat to buy.
Exactly.
But if you buy it in the stores and in those packages, you know what they've done? They have shot it up with everyone I see, sodium.
Yeah.
I'm watching my sodium, and let me tell you what, read your labels. This, you can do it all by yourself, but look at the, oh my gosh, you've got to see
look,
this.
It is so moist.
crazy.
It's almost not real. Look at the meat in here. See
I
that?
can't even believe that.
See that? Look at that. I can put my finger on here. Look at that. See that?
That is as moist
Yeah.
as mine.
Yeah.
Because I cook in this.
Yeah.
I own this one. You
And
know,
look,
this is just the
you
right.
can see. Look at that. See that?
That's amazing. Okay. Yeah.
That's
gotta,
a
it's just-
turkey breast.
Well, look at just the cutting tray. It's
Yeah.
good it has a little moat around it to
I
keep
know,
it from
it's
going
crazy.
everywhere. Oh my gosh. You know, it just cooks differently.
Yep.
This is unlike any other oven you've ever owned, but it's the right size. So especially for your summer cooking, you know, when you don't want to heat up the entire kitchen, you're going to use this and use this. Use it as a regular oven. You can roast in it. You can bake in it. You can do everything.
Yeah.
But you can pressure cook in it. At this price of $35.99, get it home, bring it home. 100 of you pre-ordered this before we even,
I know. You
even
know
got
what?
to it.
People are smart. People know now how easy it is. Instead of heating up your oven at home, you use that. Now look at that. Summertime is here. You saw me making creamed corn. So we're going to have turkey with sweet potatoes and creamed corn. Put that around here. So you saw me roasting the sweet potatoes or squashes, whatever you have right around. And we serve it with corn. I mean, how easy is that?
I'm just going to pull up a chair
I know.
over there.
You eat with us here.
And schedule my nap right after this show because that looks delicious.
Yeah.
And you know, it's nice to be able to eat healthy, but I don't want to take all day in the kitchen.
Exactly.
You know,
Nobody wants to.
It's summertime. You want to be out. You want to be spending time with your family, doing things, and not just sitting there waiting on something to cook. Cooks faster. We're going to show you a cooking chart that's incredible.
Now look at that. So you bring that to a table, it looks like summer. See that?
Beautiful.
I mean, so 2 ideas for you how to cook a turkey in the summertime. One with creamed corn. Now, if you have leftover of the leg, for example, because you're only 2 or 3 people to eat, you put them in the refrigerator, use them for sandwich or salad the next day. Like you make a chopped vegetable salad at the turkey meat, and it's so healthy and so delicious.
Okay.
Give me a plate for that.
Apparently, every single person who's ordering the oven is also picking up this cookbook. You will love this cookbook.
Okay.
It has great ideas in it. Again, you know, whether it's just one-pan dishes, whatever you want to do. But this is the oven that you are going to use and use and use. I find that I go to mine constantly. I started with just the turkey at Thanksgiving, and I like this size. You know, you may still make the bigger one. I use this size.
I
because
use
it's
this
2 of
oven
us.
every day at home. I have the most expensive stove. I light the top up, but I never light the oven up. I light it up maybe in a year and a half, probably 6 times or 10 times at the most. Only when I bake a big fish like that. You know, I buy a big stripers if I have 20 people over. But if not, I always cook for the family. In the morning, croissants, pain au chocolat, toast, French toast. I put it in the pan and just bake it in there, and it comes out perfect. Then at lunchtime, my wife loves vegetables, and often she's like on a vegetable diet. I put sweet potatoes, regular potatoes, carrots, parsnips, any kind of vegetable. And then 2 minutes before finish, I add broccoli, beans, and asparagus, so they get the beautiful flavor. With a little branch of rosemary, a few cloves of garlic, salt and pepper, that's it. Put it in there, and 15 minutes later, you have vegetables like you never had before. Why? Because when you have vegetables boiled in water or even steamed, whatever you do, the flavor goes out instead of the flavor going in. In the oven, it caramelizes the sugars. And you know, sweet potatoes, carrots, and parsnips, they have a lot of sugar in them. It caramelizes it. It makes it sweeter. It makes it more concentrated. And all the nutrients stay there. They are not in the water which you're going to throw away. So Bake your vegetables right in here. Roast them right in my oven, and you will see the difference in flavor. Now
I couldn't figure out what I was smelling, but it smelled
Okay, here we have
incredible.
some Asian-style ribs.
Wow.
So we cut them before and cook them with a honey glaze and also chilies, garlic, and ginger.
Those look incredible.
Yeah.
And again, do you see how moist they are?
Yeah, totally.
I mean, because even when you go to some of the Asian places and you get their ribs, what are they? They're almost like jerky. They're so dried out.
Look at that.
Oh,
you can take off the meat like nothing, and then you have just a bone left. See?
Oh, goodness. Look at this.
Yeah.
Shirley calling from Oklahoma.
Hi, Shirley. How are you?
Shirley.
I am fine, Wolfgang. How are both of you?
Yeah, we are excellent.
Fantastic. Wow. So you own the bigger oven, is that right?
I own the oven. I've owned it for about a year, and I am teaching pre-K through fifth grade summer camp, teaching cooking.
Yeah,
and I
oh,
have a
great.
whiteboard so they can see things baking. Like we made puff pastry cheese sticks the other day, and they can come up
wow.
and see how it was baking. And it's such a wonderful experience for us.
Yeah.
So what do you find about the oven? I mean, do you like the fact that it cooks faster? Do you think it cooks better?
I mean, it cooks better. The cheese sticks were just so fluffy. It was unbelievable. The only thing I'm sorry about is I don't have it at home to use right now.
Exactly. Exactly.
I like, but it cooks faster, and I think the meat is particularly good in it.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I really use it for. So
Totally.
I just wanted to say that. Thank you so much.
No, thank
Okay.
you, Shirley, for shopping with us and for sharing that testimonial. We sure appreciate it.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Take that away. Thank you.
I mean, Wolfgang, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
And Shirley's teaching cooking.
I know. You know what?
This is
If
what
you
she
want to be a cooking teacher, you want to show people how to use
gotta
it.
try this.
There's nothing better than using the right appliances. So you know then you're going to have really a delicious result. Easy and much faster. You know, that's really a good thing too. Normally for a turkey, they tell you to cook it for 20 minutes per pound. Now, if you cook a 10-pound turkey, it would be 200 minutes, so it's like 3 hours.
3 hours.
And we cook it in 45 minutes. So what an energy saver. But mostly, all the moisture stays in. As you saw on my turkey breast, it stays delicious. Now,
These ribs are insane. They're so tender, you almost don't even have to chew. It's
All
just
right.
melts in your mouth.
From
Wow.
the simplest thing, like baked potatoes, you know, if we grill in the summer outside, the baked potatoes on a grill will take forever, but not with us. So if you put them in, wow, look, we have huge baked potatoes here. No, I think they need a little more.
Okay.
All right, not quite cooked yet, the baked potato, so we just put them in just 15 minutes ago because they are huge ones.
So
All right, let's put
15
it back.
minutes and you get real baked potatoes. Not microwave, none of that. This is a real baked potato because there's a difference in the way
All
that
right.
cooks.
What others we have ready?
Right, what's coming out next?
Should be, or pizza.
All right, okay, we have so many things here.
Oh, I
Well, let's
know.
look in here.
Okay.
Baking your lasagna. Look at that, steaming hot out of the oven. And you can cook in this oven with any kind of cookware.
Oh, wow.
Look at that lasagna here.
Okay, and you
See that?
look at
Did we
the,
get a close-up? Look at
the
that, bubbling
caramelization.
hot.
Wow.
If that doesn't make you hungry, I don't know what.
Right, then you may need to check your pulse.
Yeah.
I'm not sure you'll have one because that is the most beautiful lasagna. I mean, that's the picture. That's the cover of a magazine right
And
there.
even, totally even cooking, as you can see. So it's not hot spots. It's not hot spots on the bottom. Everything is just perfectly cooked. See that?
Oh my goodness. Okay, now how long for lasagna?
We bake that for 20 minutes.
20.
Yeah.
What is 2 hours for lasagna?
Yeah.
Okay, 20 minutes. But the way that it comes out is what you're gonna love the speed with which you can do this. But this is what we keep talking about, the cooking times, because as you can see right here, boneless roast beef, okay? 61% savings, 81 minutes as opposed to 210. A pork roast, 55 minutes. Whole chicken, 40 minutes. It's a third of the time. A whole turkey in 49 minutes. We're talking about a 10-pound turkey. If you get this home at $35.99 with the free shipping and handling and you try it, this is going to change the way you cook every single day. I promise you that, because once you taste food that has been cooked in a pressure oven, it tastes different. It tastes better. It tastes moister.
Look at it. From the simplest thing like a pizza. Look at the pizza. What you want is even cooking on the bottom, on each side and everything. And with our pressure oven, because it has pressure, there's totally even heating. So if you cook cookies in there, if you cook any bread in there, if you cook toast in there, everything is totally even. So you won't need your toaster oven at home. You won't need any other oven once you have this one. You will use it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, because you can toast, you can roast, you can bake, you can boil, everything in one oven. And that's really what is so wonderful about it. And as you can see here, everything is done to perfection. I don't have to do much. I just have to put them in the oven. So this is a whole wheat crust pizza with a little pepperoni. Yeah.
So everything that you can imagine, you can cook in here. I love that it cooks as a traditional oven.
Yeah, exactly. You can cook
way.
without the pressure if you want to, and it is so easy. Now let me show you the pizza. If you have that little rack, you just slide it on here.
And are we offering the pizza rack, Doug? I want to make sure we have it in stock.
Okay. You can also cook it on a sheet if you want to, whatever fits in here.
But look at the size of this. I think the size is so perfect. You can fit an entire pizza in there.
Okay, put it on 450, bake, and put it on seal, just like with the pressure cooker. How easy is that? And now I'm gonna show you one more thing. Why is it cooking a chicken or a turkey so what? Because it's under pressure. So we let out the pressure and look in here. See that? Look at all the steam coming out of here. Well, the steam is moisture. It keeps all the moisture in here. So now you take it out. At home, obviously, you have a little more time than me here. You let the chicken rest for about 10 minutes before you cut into it. Why? Because if not, the juices come out. But look how beautiful, and touch the skin here. It's actually crispy skin.
Wow. Oh, yeah. You can actually hear it, right?
Yeah.
You can hear that. And that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
It keeps the moisture in, but yet it crisps everything as well. So, look at that.
Look at that.
You know what?
So now here we have our vegetables. You put herbs or spices in what you like. And all of a sudden, we have a delicious dish. And you know, the vegetables are good the next day too, so it's perfect.
So if I want, for example, some rosemary flavor or...
You just put rosemary in the butt. Give me some rosemary. Okay. So what you do then is have a chicken and stick in some rosemary right in the butt here.
Okay.
Or two, or a little bit of thyme, or some garlic cloves.
Just
see that?
Fill it right on in there.
Yeah, and that's
you're good
it.
to go.
You also can roast the vegetables with nothing in there. Do you have some vegetables more prep? I'll show them a little bit.
Okay, so if you want them more crispy.
If you are a vegetarian out there, you like vegetables or you love fish, this is the way to cook, better than any other way.
All right, listen, hundreds of you trying to get through, please express ordering if you can. We're going out to Texas, my favorite place, and saying hi to Ginny, who owns it and loves it. Hi, Ginny. Welcome to HSN.
Hi, Ginny. How are you?
Hi, good morning. Good morning, Wolfgang.
Good morning.
Ginny. I just wanted to tell you thank you so much for making the smaller version of your pressure oven.
Yeah.
It is absolutely wonderful. I first fell in love with your electric pressure cooker. I knew when you made this, it was going to be as awesome as it is.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. See, people have confidence because That's why it takes me so long to make new equipment, to make new appliances. It took me 2.5 years to develop this pressure oven. Why? Because to get the right pressure and the right heat that you can roast a chicken perfectly like that, or a turkey, or a prime rib, whatever it is, it has to come out perfect. So it takes a long time, but then when it works, it works.
Don't you just love the size of this, Ginny? I mean, I don't know how many in your family, it's just 2 for us. And the size of this oven just fits perfectly in my kitchen. How about yours?
Yes, this fits wonderful on top of my counter, and it's
Look at the juice coming out. See that?
Wow. Ginny, can you see that juice?
Awesome.
Yeah, it's a chicken breast. So, you know, normally they make gravy to serve chicken breast. With us, you don't need it. You can see it drips, it stays juicy. I mean, you bring that to a table, you think you worked for a magazine, for Texas Monthly or something like that, huh?
I love Texas Monthly. That's right.
Huh?
Well, Ginny, we're so glad you're enjoying your oven. What would you tell people out there right now who are going, well, I don't know, should I get it? Does it really make a difference?
I would tell them this is a great, fabulous time to go ahead and get it. They will not regret it. The price is awesome, but more importantly, the food that they will cook in it will be good and wholesome, and they'll cook it in very little time.
Yeah, in a fraction of the time. That's what is always I love, you know. We don't want to spend all time in the kitchen, especially when the weather is so nice out there. So we do it and really cook in no time. And what is so great, you don't have to baste anything. You know how they tell you the turkey, they sell you a paste, they sell you everything. We don't have that. We don't need it because the moisture stays in. It won't dry out that way.
That's true. Well, thank you again so much, Wolfgang.
Thank you, thank you, Jeannie. Where in Texas you are? Okay.
Oh, unfortunately, we
Okay,
missed
Jeannie left us. All right, because
Thank
we
you,
have a
Jeannie.
restaurant in Texas, you know,
Yes,
560 on top of Reunion
of
Tower.
In fact, I'm going to try and visit there in a couple of weeks, as a matter
Okay,
of fact.
fantastic. So we said
look
we
at all
wanted
this.
to have a rosemary chicken, so
Yeah.
we just put a little few rosemary branches for garnishes here. All right.
The chicken, you just have to try it.
Thank you.
We can sit here and talk all day. We can show you this food. You have to get this home, and you have to cook with it
Now,
to understand it.
Look what we made. Now, how complicated
so
was
good.
that? All in one pot. So you don't need any time in the dishwasher because everything is done in one casserole. So put the pan in the dishwasher and you're done.
Look at all the meals we've already
Yeah.
created in the last couple of minutes. But, you know, you're going to create your own for your family, for yourself. If it's 1 or 2 of you, whether it's 4 of you, this is the perfect size. Whether it's 1, 2, whether it's 4, whether it's 6 of you, whether you're cooking a 10-pound turkey in 50 minutes.
Yeah.
And everything about this, simple, easy, but so wonderful in terms of when you spend, you know, all this money on your ribs, on your proteins and everything else. Don't you want them to come out and be nice and juicy? That's what you're going to get.
Now we're going to make a fish, a Veracruz style, but it could be also Texas style because in Texas they like spicy food. So I have a little bit of my tomato sauce or tomato soup. We're going to put a few onions in here. Then we're going to add a few capers, if you like capers.
Oh, yeah, I love that flavor.
Okay. And maybe a few olives and a few pieces of tomatoes. All right. There's tomatoes. So, how easy is that? Tomato soup, tomatoes, capers, onions, and then, since we like it spicy, I'm going to cut a few jalapeno slices.
Oh, yeah. Now we're talking. Ginny from Texas.
Chili from Texas. All right. Good. So now, salmon is very good for you. You know that.
Right.
Put salt, a little salt on each side. You don't need too much because your tomato soup has a little salt in there. And then you put just that on top of the sauce here.
And, you know,
And on top of the salmon, we're going to put a little jalapeno. So it infuses the fish with the jalapeno. So you're going to get all this delicious flavor. I drizzle a little olive oil on top. Olive oil is also good for you. And now, if you want, you can add a little lemon juice or just put it like that in an oven which is empty. Right here. See how easy it is? You open it up. You don't even have to preheat it because it heats up so fast. You close the door, you put the lever down, so now it's gonna go under pressure. Put it at 450. Oh, this was not hot. Is it on seal here? Can you read? I put my glasses on then?
It's on TV.
It's on seal, okay, good. So it says it perfectly here. So now, put the timer on because the oven was not preheated, so I'm gonna put it on 10 minutes and that's it.
Now, if I don't want to use the pressure,
Yeah.
then all you do is not use the lever, right?
Not use the lever, yeah.
That's it, okay? So either way you want to use it, but I think you'll find that you use that pressure so much because of the way everything turns out.
Yeah.
So much faster, but so much better.
So much better. That's really the main thing.
Exactly.
It is all about the flavor. You can see what the things we made here already. Now, look
Okay.
at that. Marianne has a pot roast in there.
Wait,
and
she's
pot
in
roast takes forever to. So if you don't have a pressure cooker, the pressure oven will make delicious pot roast.
But the difference between, and if you guys love that pressure cooker,
Yeah.
as we all do, the difference is that in a pressure oven, you get the crispiness on your meat, on your protein.
Yeah.
And that's why your lasagna, I mean, you couldn't do that really well. You couldn't do it like,
You cannot cook. If you
can't do
have a
that.
pressure oven, a pressure cooker, you couldn't roast in it, you couldn't bake in it.
Exactly.
So the pressure cooker is really important, but the pressure oven even more important because you will use it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Look at that.
oh, wow.
I don't need a knife. I can push it off.
It's just for pot roast.
I know. So
Wow.
now you don't have to do nothing. We put everything together in a pot and baked it in the oven. So now when you serve your Sunday night pot roast, you don't have to slave over all day and look if there's enough liquid in it or anything. All you have to do is just put it in there, put a little barbecues, tomato sauce, or a little touch of stock in there, and that's it.
I don't think that's going to wait for Sunday dinner. I think it's going to be Sunday lunch.
Yeah, all right,
'Cause
Sunday
that
lunch
smells
and
delicious.
leftover for Sunday dinner with a little mashed potatoes or a little rice, and you're done.
And you know, again, if you want that flavor infusion, that's
Yeah.
the fun part of what you're going to be able to
Exactly.
really experience. Because if you do that in an oven, what's it going to do? It's going to dry it out.
That's what it does. Every oven is dry. Every oven really makes dried food. And with the pressure oven, that's one of the reasons I kept it under pressure. And we worked with Mike for a long time to get it right. And it is really the best way to cook. There's no
Right.
better way to cook.
I mean, we have sold, I don't even know how many, like tens of thousands,
Yeah.
hundreds of thousands of the pressure oven right here at HSN. If you own it, we'd love to hear more phone calls. This is the place where you can speak directly to, truly, in my opinion, the most
Give me some
famous
count.
chef
Do we have some?
in the world right here. Please call in and give us your testimonial. Or if you're ordering it right now, which hundreds of you are, then stay right there and say hello, because we'd love to hear what you're going to cook first in your brand new pressure oven. Cooking faster, you know, is one thing. Cooking better is another thing. And that's what you're going to be able to do. But in this nice, small, compact way where you can fit a 10-pound turkey, this is the technology that truly, Wolfgang, you perfected.
Yeah.
And the way that it brings in that heat, but do you see how it browns? It's not just about the moisture. Everything is, look at the way that your turkey turns out brown and beautiful.
And look at that. That's, my wife loves roasted vegetable more so than the meat. And I add whatever is there. You know, if it's tomatoes are ripe or if I have a really ripe tomato, I said, okay, I just put it in here. If I have fruits, like we had some peaches or some apricots now, I put a few in there because it makes everything nice and sweet. And really, you won't even know what it is because you have the carrots and you have all that stuff right in here. And you bake it together here.
Oh, I gotta try this. Gosh,
Yeah,
that looks
oh, you
good.
will love it. And it's delicious too with the chicken, like chicken and apricot or with turkey or whatever. This is so good.
Wow. Karen calling from New York.
All right, Karen from New York.
Welcome to HSN.
Welcome.
Hi, Wolfgang. How you doing? You look great.
I am so happy. Look at that. I'm making summer vegetables. So, onions or shallots, potatoes, carrots, sweet potatoes, peaches, tomatoes, salt and pepper. Then I'm gonna put a sprig of rosemary on top. or inside here and drizzle it with olive oil. Now, how good can that be for your body and how good it's going to be tasting? Look at it. You almost could eat it just like that.
It's beautiful.
It's delicious.
Yeah, I know.
I use this oven. I have a husband that likes those big Brontosaurus turkey legs.
Yeah.
Me too.
And if I cook them in the oven, especially in the summer,
Yeah.
it's forever and it's too warm. So
Yeah.
I use it for that. I have the one with the rotisserie. I got it at launch. I've had it since you have put it on TV.
Yeah.
And I no longer bring little chickens home from the supermarket because now in no time they're cooked and I know what's in them.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Because, some of those, I think they're pigeons. The
And what
supermarket,
happens is, in the supermarket, they shoot it up with salty solutions to have it a little more juicy, but they're still always dry. You can't even cut them. It is so bad. I know. I try them sometimes. I said, okay, let's see in the supermarket. Even in the good supermarket, they cook it when they want it. They let it on the rotisserie to make it look good, and it's terrible. But this is so easy. Now, you have the rotisserie one, you put it on the spit, and you cook it, so it makes it easy. Then you can go for a walk, do your exercise, watch a movie, play with the kids. It's perfect.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Are you going to be presenting an immersion blender while you're here?
I don't think we have an immersion blender. Do we have an immersion blender in stock?
I know we're not going to be presenting it. I don't know if we got it on .com.
I'm going to tell them to bring some in again because we used to make the immersion blender, and hopefully we can get you an immersion blender. But the next time I'm here, we just put it on the internet, and that should be fine.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good
Thank
idea.
you, Karen. And
Where's
listen,
the knife
glad you're
sharpener?
enjoying it.
Good. Bye-bye.
Happy eating. All the things we've done, from lasagna to your Sunday pot roast, pizza, turkey, all of it, everything, the best flavor, the moisture that you're going to retain rather than just drying it out in the oven and being able to cook so much faster. It is a customer pick. You've heard testimonial after testimonial going, gosh, I love the way it cooks.
And look how festive the food looks, how wonderful it looks. From a simple roasted chicken to a turkey salad, to the turkey with cream corn here, to Chinese ribs, lasagna, pot roast, pizzas, you name it, we have it.
And there's more behind us coming out.
Yeah, and more coming up. Look at it. I just put the pizza in. I think it's almost ready here, too.
Because everything is going to cook so much faster. Baked potatoes in 15 minutes, okay? This is not a baked potato that you microwaved, okay? It's a real baked potato that's going to be crispy on the outside.
Yeah. Now look at that pizza here.
Beautiful.
A vegetarian pizza with peppers.
Oh, gosh.
And look, they even cooking around. That's what I love about it.
What kind of cheese did you use?
We use mozzarella and fontina mixed together.
That smells great.
Ham, to roast the ham. You know how the ham often gets dry on the outside? Not with us. Because we put it on pressure, so that way you get a hot ham, but not a dried out ham. You can see the pan is roasted here, but the ham is nice and shiny and beautiful.
Whoa. Oh, let's go back out to the phone. Steve calling in from Florida.
Hi, Steve.
Oh, how are you?
Do you have the oven already?
I bought it back in March. I have the smaller one.
Yeah.
And, oh, boy, the first thing I cooked in it was a 10.5-pound turkey.
Yeah.
And now I live alone.
Yeah.
So I have to freeze, I can only eat And even months later, that turkey is still moist.
Yeah.
And the amount of energy it saves, my gas bill, because I got a great big gas oven, has gone $10 down, $10 a month.
Yeah, oh, see that. Yeah, that pays for the turkey.
It pays for the turkey, but I've made a lot of stuff in that oven and never have been disappointed yet.
Oh, thank you. That's what we are here for. We want to make your life easier out there.
And it does.
Yeah.
Because my oven, here I'm in Florida, and it's 90 degrees.
Yeah.
And that oven heats the house up something terrible, and this thing, no problem now.
Yeah. You know what? That's what it is. Just to preheat the oven takes 20 minutes. With this one, it preheats in minutes.
Right.
And who wants to wait all day to eat? You put something on, you have a turkey in 50 minutes. It's pretty insane.
Right, and like the other day, I made, what do you call it? with breadcrumbs, I made chicken breast and put it in there.
Yeah.
And wow.
Gosh, that sounds good.
You have chicken breast, they never are as tender and as moist than in this oven. And you know what? I tried it out in our restaurant, and we made it in a convection oven, and we made it with this one. And I remember I had a food editor of the Daily News there, and you know what happened is, ours was ready much faster. Even with our $15,000 convection oven, it didn't cook as fast. Ours was ready, the other one was like 3/4 to 2/3 done, but mostly the outside was already dry and ours was moist. So I cut off the breast and showed them and said, oh my God, no, they couldn't believe it.
Yeah, no, this is fine. I'm more than happy with my purchase.
Thank you.
Thanks, Steve, for shopping with us. Glad you're enjoying it.
Thank you.
Have a great summer. Don't forget to pick up the cookbook too. 90, almost virtually everybody is, and I think you're going to love this. When you stop and think about what every single person has said, they like the way the food is cooked better. So you're getting something that cooks better, that cooks faster. He's saving money on his energy bill, and everything's going that you put out is going to work. This is the perfect size. This one is just that size that you're going to be able to do a 10-pound turkey in 50 minutes.
If it's a simple toast in the morning, like remember we made our bread,
right?
Our raisin bread. So and then put a little cream cheese on top, and then a little bit of marmalade, and you have a great breakfast. So instead of having a toaster, instead of having all these different kind of ovens, you have one who does everything.
So, and you can use it as a regular oven.
You can use it as a total regular oven. You can use it as a toaster. You can use it as a broiler if you want to broil something. So this makes life so easy. See that? Make some beautiful marmalade toast here and serve that for breakfast.
And see how crispy and just brown that is? Beautiful. Everything about this is going to work for you. We're including for you everything you need in terms of your cooking pans. Your rack is included, and even your recipe book right here. If you want to add in this book, it's $19.95. It is a great book. People love this book. So grab it while we have it. $179.95, 5 flex payments. We're going to ship this free shipping and handling. And now, this is the bread that we made just minutes ago.
Bread what we made. So I'm going to make, because we had ham here, Marianne wants an open-faced sandwich, ham sandwich. So, I thought it was hot. Yeah, it's hot a little bit. All right. So, we have 2 slices of bread here, big ones. Then, I'm going to put a little mustard. All right, we spread it out a little bit. Put some ham. See, I make it easy for you. Bring me a tomato.
Now, how good is this? Are you really going to buy ham in those little
I know, so it doesn't matter what you use it for, thank you. So now I'm going to have a few tomato slices on here. All right, 1, 2. 1, 2, and I'm going to sprinkle a little cheese on top, or have slices of cheese if you want to. And we're going to put that underneath the broiler, and you're going to have a delicious ham tomato cheese sandwich. Now, see what Marianne is doing? She is putting the rack on top, on the top shelf. Put it on boil.
Too close? Go down one. Nice tall sandwich.
I made a big sandwich, yeah, all right. Put it one down. All right.
But Sarah, you can adjust that. It's nice to be able to go high or low.
Yeah, so it really depends on you. So you make from sandwiches to turkeys to hams, whatever you want, and leftovers. You can make the best leftovers you ever had.
And you know, it's just that right size, Wolfgang. You can literally take this to a friend's.
Exactly.
Okay? You can take it anywhere you want. Maybe you're eating over at the kid's house or something, and maybe you just don't like the way they cook. Just pick it up and take it, all right?
You get all that with it. You get a shallow roasting pan, the deep roasting pan. You get the roasting rack. So if you want to steam, put the fish on top here and put it in the oven. If you want to cook a turkey or a chicken or a roast, put it in here. So you get everything.
And just see how this is just that perfect size right there. 10-pound turkey, 50 minutes.
Yeah.
Lasagna, you name it. Now
look what I made here. A prime rib. And that's not a prime rib for two.
No.
That's a prime rib for a big family. At least it will feed 8. So we're gonna have roasted potatoes with it, roasted garlic cloves or shallots in here, and it will be delicious.
Okay, that's too much now.
No, all in one pan again.
It is amazing.
You have a beautiful potatoes
But
here.
you know, when you buy a piece of meat like this, I mean, how much are you going to spend on something like that? You know, not just one flex payment, 2 at least, you know, to get a piece of meat like that. Are you really going to put it in the oven and dry that out? I mean, and you know what I love is that you use this at home.
Exactly. I use that at home, and you know what? I use it more than any other equipment I have because we cook every day at home, and you know, it is so simple and so easy to roast a chicken or to roast a prime rib or a pork rack or a veal rack, whatever it is. I need a knife. I have it in my hand.
Oh. Don't start. I'm always looking for my glasses. They're always on top of my head.
Right. Now, look at that. I'm going to show you in a second. Oh, that's the end cut. My wife loves the end cut. I like it more on the rare side, so I'm going to eat it more from the center. See, this is medium well, and look how juicy it is. Can you see that?
Oh, it's...
Look at that. If I put it up like that, you can. Do you see it? Look at that. It started to drip right away.
That is just beautiful. When you invest in your proteins, meat like that, a roast like that. Oh,
look at that.
Now,
see that?
Now that's perfect. Look at that.
Look how juicy, and you can see how it drips here. See that?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a prime rib. And you know the same thing, when you do it at home, be sure not to cut in it. Let it rest for a few minutes. That's very important.
Just look at the cutting board and see how much juice is on there.
Look how juicy the prime rib is here.
That is just, it's beyond glistening.
Yeah, and so for how many did we cook? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is at least for 8 people.
Oh, wow.
Or more, because I didn't cut really thin slices.
That crust is incredible and so crunchy. Oh,
and
gosh,
even, I'm going to cut a little bit of the well done part off. Taste the well done part. It's still juicy.
I can't believe that. Oh, my goodness. You have to try this.
Yeah, now look at that.
Please try this.
You bring a platter like that to the table, I mean, everybody gonna think you went to a cooking school somewhere. I mean, it's like perfectly cooked roast beef, all around the same cooking, so it's not cooked on the bottom or not on the top, because it's totally even heat, and you flavor it the way you like it. So if you wanna flavor it with rosemary, with peppers, like we have a pepper thyme crust here.
Oh, that's so good.
Just put it on. How is our sandwiches?
And look at the crust, okay? Look how crispy that crust is. I mean, that's why this oven cooks so beautifully.
Yeah.
It crisps on the outside, but it forces that moisture to the inside and just the flavor.
And look at our fish here. I mean, we have so many things. We could go on drooling over our prime rib here forever.
And I may.
Yeah.
Just not move it from here.
So if you cook toast in the morning, pizzas, chicken, prime rib. Now look at this fish. How hard was it cooked to good fish? Really simple. We have a platter? No.
Because you look at that, you can visually look at that fish and know that is going to be so juicy and so perfectly cooked. Oh, and it smells good too. All right.
Excellent. Oh, maybe let me take it out with this and then put the sauce next to it.
Oh, I can't wait to try it with the jalapenos on it. That's going to be so good.
And then you can put some of the sauce on the side, or look at that. So it makes it all in the pan. So you didn't have to do anything. You didn't have to saute. You didn't have to do anything. Put that in this middle here.
Beautiful. Listen, a couple of minutes left for you to make your decision. 5 flex payments, $35.99. You get it home, you try it for 30 days. If it doesn't work, you send it back. What I promise you is if you try this rib roast, if you try the turkey, If you try the ribs, if you try the lasagna, you are going to fall in love with this. You're going to love the way your food tastes and the infusion and the moisture. But when you see that it can cook everything from fish to ribs to lasagna to ham to a roast to your Sunday pot roast, it does everything. But it does it better, because otherwise, you know that fish should be so dried out.
I know. So here it
oven.
cooks with the sauce. It cooks with all the moisture inside. So you know you're going to get the delicious fish. And then if you want, put a few lemon slices around for decoration, and that's it.
Because, you know, the oven cooks from the top or cooks from the bottom?
The oven cooks from every side, from left to right, top and bottom.
But
so
a traditional oven?
A traditional, generally they have the heat on the top, but in the back is always hot, in the front is always cooler.
Exactly.
Because also the door is so big, you open the door once, it takes time to reheat it and everything. What are you making, Marianne? I cooked enough. Now show us what you make at dessert. Marianne is the queen of dessert.
Yes, she is. Wow.
These are strawberry
Can you top this, though?
Oh, no.
I'm just
Look
not
at
sure.
that. We almost forgot our sandwiches in here, Marianne. Look at that.
Oh, my gosh.
Now, if you have lunch, you don't need more. You just have one beautiful sandwich, or you can cut it into pieces and serve it as an appetizer or like as a hors d'oeuvre. You know, when people are around, come around, you just go cut it in half. Ooh, crispy.
But everything about that, I mean, the tomatoes cook perfectly.
Yeah.
The cheese is perfectly melted. The bread is crispy. And there you have it.
So from a simple sandwich to beautiful Veracruz-style salmon to a beautiful roasted chicken, toast, pizzas, turkey, chicken, ribs, lasagna, ham. I mean, it's not what can you cook with it, it's what can you not cook with it. Right. You know what? If you get that oven, you will be a better cook. I guarantee it 100%. There's no other oven in the world. We have the pattern for that, so you cannot go to another store and say, okay, I want a low-pressure oven. There is none. So you have to come here to HSN and get it right from us here, and you will be happy because it makes life so much easier. No basting, no turning, no nothing. The oven does everything because low pressure has even heating totally around. It infuses the food with flavor, and it keeps all the moisture in your chicken, in your turkey, in your roast, whatever you cook. So this is the oven to get. And you can toast in it, you can roast in it, you can bake in it, whatever you do in your regular oven. You don't have to put it under pressure if you don't want to.
$70 off today, and with the free shipping and handling, it ends up being something like an $85.